Nelissa Smith's journey with the Indiana Fever has taken an unexpected and dramatic turn, culminating in a high-profile trade to the Dallas Wings. Once seen as a cornerstone of Indiana's future, Smith's time with the Fever has been filled with highs and lows, leading to growing speculation about her long-term fit with the team. After being selected as the second overall pick in the 2022 WNBA draft, she showed flashes of brilliance in her first 2 seasons, proving she could be a dominant force in the league. However, her 2024 season told a different story as her performance noticeably declined, with both her scoring and rebounding numbers taking a hit. As the Fever transitioned into a faster, more dynamic playing style under coach Stephanie White, Smith struggled to keep up, often finding herself benched in crucial moments. It became clear that her role within the team was diminishing, leading many to wonder if her days in Indiana were numbered. When the trade finally happened, Smith made her feelings known, expressing her excitement about joining a team that believes in her. This pointed remark, combined with her quick social media updates reflecting her new allegiance to the Dallas Wings, set off a firestorm of discussion among fans and analysts alike. While some saw her frustrations as justified, others criticized her approach, questioning whether her comments and actions were truly professional. Regardless of the controversy surrounding her exit, one thing is certain: Smith now has a fresh start in Dallas. However, the pressure is on for her to prove that she can rise above these challenges and reclaim the potential that once made her one of the most promising young players in the league. Meanwhile, the Indiana Fever wasted no time in moving forward, making a bold trade to acquire Sophie Cunningham from the Phoenix Mercury. Unlike Smith, Cunningham brings a level of versatility, aggressive defense, and perimeter shooting that could be a game-changer for Indiana. Her arrival signals a new era for the Fever, as they look to build a team that can not only compete but also thrive in the modern WNBA. Coach Stephanie White has a clear vision of a fast-paced, high-energy team, and Cunningham fits that mold perfectly. Known for her ability to stretch the floor with her three-point shooting, she will create more space for key players like Caitlin Clark and Kelsey Mitchell to operate, allowing them to be more effective playmakers. Beyond her offensive contributions, Cunningham's defensive toughness will add an edge to a Fever team that has struggled with consistency on that end of the floor. She can guard multiple positions and brings an intensity that could help shift the team's overall defensive mentality. This trade isn't just about swapping players. It's a clear statement that the Fever are serious about evolving into a championship contender. They are no longer willing to rely on one-dimensional talent, but instead are prioritizing players who bring balance, versatility, and a winning mentality. With a restructured roster and a fresh approach to the game, the Fever are setting the stage for what could be one of their most transformative seasons in recent history. Now, all eyes will be on how this newly assembled team gels together and whether these bold moves will ultimately push the Fever into the WNBA's upper echelon. The Indiana Fever's decision to trade Nelissa Smith and bring in Sophie Cunningham is more than just a roster change. It's a defining moment for the franchise. After years of struggling to find the right balance between youth development and competitiveness, the Fever are making it clear that they are no longer content with mediocrity. The arrival of Caitlin Clark has already shifted the spotlight onto Indiana. And now, with Cunningham in the mix, the team is taking concrete steps toward building a legitimate contender. The front office's willingness to make tough decisions, even if they come with controversy, shows that they are prioritizing players who fit their evolving system. By parting ways with Smith, they are doubling down on their commitment to a fast, dynamic, and defensively sound style of play. This shift marks a departure from past mistakes, where potential was prioritized over actual impact. The Fever are no longer just collecting talent, they are assembling a team that can compete at the highest level. For Nelissa Smith, the trade to Dallas represents both a challenge and an opportunity. While she may feel relieved to be moving to a team that she believes values her contributions, she must now prove that she can live up to those expectations. The Wings have a deep and talented roster, and Smith will need to work hard to carve out a consistent role. Her struggles in Indiana weren't just about fit. They also raised questions about her ability to adapt and develop her game. In Dallas, she won't have the luxury of being a top priority right away. She will need to earn her minutes and show that she can bring something new to the table. If she can regain her early career form and prove that her struggles with the Fever were more about the system than her own limitations, she has a chance to turn her career around. However, if she continues to struggle, this trade could mark the beginning of an even bigger decline in her WNBA career. Sophie Cunningham's arrival in Indiana, on the other hand, could be the missing piece the Fever have been searching for. Her ability to knock down perimeter shots, play aggressive defense, and bring energy to the court makes her an ideal fit for the team's new direction. She has already established herself as a player who thrives in high-pressure situations, and her experience will be invaluable to the Fever's young core. More importantly, her presence will take some of the burden off Caitlin Clark, allowing the rookie sensation to focus on orchestrating the offense without having to carry the entire load. Cunningham's toughness and competitive edge could also help instill a new mentality in the Fever locker room. This is a team that has lacked a strong defensive identity in recent years, but with Cunningham setting the tone, they could quickly become one of the grittier teams in the league. If she can bring the same fire she showed in Phoenix, her impact on the Fever could be immediate and game-changing. Beyond the player swaps, this trade signifies a cultural shift for the Indiana Fever. The team has struggled to find success in recent years, but with a revamped roster, a clear game plan, and a coach who is committed to playing a modern up-tempo style, they finally seem to have a direction. The combination of young stars like Clark and Aaliyah Boston with experienced players like Cunningham and Kelsey Mitchell gives the Fever a balanced lineup that can compete on both ends of the floor. While it may take time for everything to come together, the pieces are now in place for a serious playoff push. Fever fans have long waited for a return to relevance, and this trade could be the catalyst that propels them back into the conversation as a legitimate threat in the WNBA. Now, the real test begins. Can the Fever's new-look squad develop the chemistry needed to translate talent into wins? Will Nelissa Smith use this trade as motivation to revive her career in Dallas? Or will the move expose deeper issues in her game? And most importantly, will this be the move that finally helps Indiana break through and become a contender? The answers will unfold over the course of the season, but one thing is clear. This trade has injected a level of excitement and intrigue that the WNBA hasn't seen in a long time. With drama, potential redemption arcs, and the rise of a new era in Indiana, this storyline is far from over.